What's going on, guys? Cike Media here. I made a video about the drama between Pastor David Ibiyeomie of Salvation Ministries and Daddy Freeze, centered on the issue raised by Bishop David Oyedepo on marriage, where he quoted the Bible, Ephesians, that man should love his wife while the wife submit totally to the husband. Daddy Freeze made his own video and addressed some certain things. Daddy Freeze did not object to what Bishop David Oyedepo said. Rather, he added some things. He read down the verse more. He elongated the something. He took his own congregations beyond where Bishop David Oyedepo stopped. Moving forward, Pastor David Ibiyeomie made his own video in his church addressing Daddy Freeze, saying some things about Daddy Freeze, which we felt a pastor of that caliber shouldn't have done. So after uploading my video, I got so many questions in the comment section. So that is why I'm making another video to address and respond to these questions in the comment section of the previous video. If you've not seen that video, I'll leave it up here in the card and also in the description box below so that you can go and check it out and see for yourself. So the first question that I got is if I have seen the video where Daddy Freeze insulted our bishop, Papa David Oyedepo, of which I haven't seen that video before now. Before this issue started, before yesterday, I saw that video for the first time yesterday. So many people dropped links like I should check this link, check this link, check this link. I was forced to check, but I couldn't find them through the links. I had to search online before I found that video because the description and everything they gave me, I was able to find that video. That video is a 3 years old video. Actually, Daddy Freeze said something that I can't even play the video here for you to listen to. I didn't like it. I'm not in support of Daddy Freeze using such words for Bishop David Oyedepo. There is no way I will support Daddy Freeze using such words for our Daddy Bishop David Oyedepo. I can't support that. So I didn't see that video. That is one. Two, that video is 3 years old. That video is not this year. It's not this month. And that video has nothing to do with the marriage issue that we're talking about. Many said that Pastor David Ibiyeomie was angry because of the video. Actually, I believe that video happened during the time that Daddy Freeze was running his battle with pastors over tithe. I believe that's when it happened because he was saying something like, God is not a poor God or God is not a rich God. Something like that. I think that's what I heard in that video because I couldn't listen to the video twice because I didn't like the word he used to address Bishop David Oyedepo. I didn't like it, so I couldn't watch it twice. So that video is 3 years old. It has nothing to do with this. Something I want to chip in here is that Daddy Freeze is older now. Daddy Freeze is wiser. There is no way Daddy Freeze will start using such words again for Bishop David Oyedepo. Daddy Freeze cannot use such words presently for Bishop David Oyedepo. 3 years ago, Daddy Freeze is much younger, but today he's older and wiser. He can't do that. Even in his own response video, he said he never insulted Bishop David Oyedepo. So that is one thing I want to get off from that side. Two, Freeze is not a man of God because in the comment section, lots of people were like, Freeze should concentrate on his congregation. Freeze is not a pastor. Freeze is not a man of God. Freeze is a man like you and I. He is not a GO of any church. Neither is he a bishop, one of the bishops that we respect. He is not a big pastor in Nigeria. The people we are mentioning here, Bishop David Oyedepo, Pastor David Ibiyeomie, they are some of the big names when you're talking about Christianity and church in Nigeria. They are some of the big names that we mention each time we talk about ministry. When you talk about church, when you talk about GOs, you mention Bishop David Oyedepo. You talk about Daddy Adeboye. You remember people like Pastor David Ibiyeomie of Salvation Ministries. They're in Port Harcourt in the south side to talk about them. So I'm not saying that Daddy Freeze is a saint. Neither am I saying that Pastor Ibiyeomie is an evil man. I'm not saying that. I never use such words. I can't even think about it. So I'm not in support of Daddy Freeze. Neither am I against Pastor David Ibiyeomie. Rather, I'm trying to weigh both sides. This man did wrong, the other one did wrong. This is where this one failed, this is where this one failed. He got it right here, he got it right there. That is what I'm doing. I'm not trying to criticize a man of God. I'm not criticizing a pastor. All right? So that is something I want to get off my chest so that those that are asking me those questions can hear my response through this video. Now, Pastor Ibiyeomie is one of the GOs that we respect in Nigeria. Pastor Ibiyeomie is one of the names that you mention and people will listen to you. When you talk about salvation ministries in Nigeria, people will, I have many friends that attend his church. I know some of his members. There is someone who is there to me, attends that church. They're in Nigeria. So I can't speak ill of that man of God. Rather, what I'm pointing out is that the way he conducted himself is not Christ-like. This is a man that we look up to. This is a man that we listen to his teaching. These are the people that teach us, you have to do this, you have to do that, to get it right in life. He's not supposed to set that kind of stage. That is what I'm saying. People are looking at him. People are looking up to him. There are those that want to emulate his lifestyle. There are those that want to emulate his footsteps. There are those that want to be like him, and there are people that want to be bigger than him. That's one thing I want you guys to understand. So I'm not here to criticize any pastor. I'm not against any pastor. The next question that I got is, didn't Jesus get angry? That Jesus got into the temple and destroyed the whole place. That Jesus got angry during his time. Guys, you have to understand that Jesus was angry in the temple because they commercialized his father's house. Jesus got angry because they were trading in the temple. That was why Jesus got angry. And this thing is happening in the churches today. If you want me to elaborate, I will elaborate. It is happening in our churches today. Our churches are places that you go today and you see people selling, they sell water. You can even swim in the church if you pay money. You buy all sorts of materials in the churches. But Jesus Christ said, while he was on earth, he told his apostles and disciples, freely you receive and freely you shall give. That's what Jesus Christ taught his disciples. That's what he told them. So before I move forward, let me even say something here before I forget it. So guys, people were saying that Pastor Ibiyeomie got angry because of what Daddy Freeze said to Bishop David Oyedepo 3 years ago. So if Pastor Ibiyeomie is angry about what Freeze said to Daddy Oyedepo 3 years ago, where is forgiveness? Where is forgiveness that Christ taught us? Even in our Lord's Prayer that Jesus Christ handed to his disciples, he said, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. That is what Jesus taught us. So where is forgiveness? If we can be angry for 3 years, waiting for a time to strike, for 3 good years, where is forgiveness? Somebody else also asked me a question. Let me even remember that. The person said, why didn't Jesus, if I am claiming that Jesus never got angry, why didn't Jesus forgive the other criminal that was crucified with him? You guys know the story. I don't need to go into that. This one asked for forgiveness. He said, remember me in your paradise. That was what he asked. While the other one was mocking Jesus. But this one asked for forgiveness. This one recognized that Jesus Christ is the Savior. He recognized that. And he got his salvation. He was saved. Jesus promised him, you will be with me today in my kingdom. And it happened. So Jesus got angry in the temple because they commercialized the place. We don't need to commercialize the house of God. We don't need to sell materials. We don't need to buy ticket to see a man of God. We don't need to buy consultation card. You don't need to pay for all those things to see your pastor. So that is what I'm saying. I don't want to speak much on that. It's up to everybody. Believe me or you don't believe me. I'm not preaching to you. I'm giving you instances the way you gave me instances. All right? So Elijah is the next person they mentioned in the Bible, Prophet Elijah. They said if men of God shouldn't be angry, why did Elijah command bears to devour those children that were laughing at him? And he still made heaven. People, that is in the Old Testament. We are in the New Testament. This is the era of Jesus Christ. This is the era of Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ came, he changed that law that was in Israel, where it is an eye for an eye, tooth for tooth. But today, Jesus Christ said, if someone slaps you, that you should turn the other side, let that person slap you again. That is what Jesus Christ said. Jesus Christ did not preach vengeance. Jesus Christ did not preach retaliation. Jesus Christ did not say, if you slap me, let me slap you back. Jesus never taught that. Jesus said, if you slap me, I should turn the other side so that you slap me again. That is forgiveness, endurance. That is what Jesus said. Patience. You know, for you to see some things and ignore them. To be tolerant. That is what Jesus said. Tolerant. You have to tolerate some people. So if you're using these examples to justify what I don't know where you guys are heading to. So Elisha did that in the Old Testament. But Jesus came and changed everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? During the time of Elijah, there were things that the Israelites could not eat. But Jesus came, everything is made whole. You can eat anything. So this is the time of Jesus, the time of forgiveness, the time you are asked, urged to tolerate your fellow human beings. So Pastor David Ibiyeomie should have tolerated Daddy Freeze over what he did last 3 years. So he should have forgiven him if actually this is the cause of his outburst on the altar. I'm asking him to let go of this. The next thing they asked me is if Daddy Freeze has right to talk about marriage since he is not married. People, Jesus Christ wasn't married. He talked about marriage. Jesus is the Son of the Most High God. He talked about marriage. When he came on earth, when he was on earth, he talked about marriage. Apostle Paul wasn't married. He talked about marriage. He talked in the Bible, so many places. You hear Apostle Paul telling people how to handle their marriages. Our Reverend Fathers are not married. They counsel couples. They tell couples how to live as husband and wife. All these things are scriptural. They pick from the Bible because the Bible is the manual of life. From the Bible, they tell couples, these are the things you're supposed to do. And you're telling me someone has no right to talk about marriage. Somebody who is single can know more about how to handle marital affairs more than you that is married. So that's something you need to understand. Daddy Freeze has right to, Daddy Freeze doesn't have right. It is not applicable here. So long as you're getting your points from the Bible, it is valid, irrespective of your marital status. It is valid. So Daddy Freeze, if he knows what he's doing, if he knows what he is saying, if actually he is getting his points from the Bible, it is valid, whether he is married, whether he is not. So people should understand that. Those that are asking me these questions, I'm directing this response to you. So understand where I'm coming from. Look at the picture on the screen and let me read the write-up for you. Someone posted this. The person said there are 4 couples in this post. One of the couples are worldly and are seen at no place closer to heaven. The remaining 3 are pastors or original gods of men. They are regarded by many as heavenly gatekeepers. The original touch not my anointed. The worldly couple are married for some decades and are still together despite all odds. But the 3 remaining holy couples are divorced. I mean all divorced. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? So it's not about if you are married or not. This couple that they mentioned here, somebody posted this picture. These 3 couples were married, but they are now divorced and are still preaching. So it doesn't matter if Daddy Freeze is married or not. He can speak about marriage. Can Daddy Freeze speak to an imam the way he spoke to Oyedepo? That's what another person asked. I'm a Christian, so I don't know if actually Daddy Freeze can do that or not. But have you seen where an imam spoke the way our pastor spoke? That's the question you need to ask yourself. We are humans. I know we can get angry. There is nothing anger cannot do. As a pastor, he is still a human being. But have you seen where an imam spoke the way he did? So answer that question. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Share our videos with your friends and family. I will see you guys in my next upload. Peace.